China's counterattack, what Beijing can do in the trade war with the US. A trade war between the world's two largest economies is in full swing, with China and the United States exchanging tariffs that could reshape global trade. China faces up to 245% tariffs on its exports to the US, while Beijing has retaliated with a staggering 125% levy on American imports. With both sides bracing for more uncertainty, many wonder how Beijing plans to counter US pressure. Chinese President Xi Jinping has made it clear, China is open to dialogue but ready to fight to the end if necessary. So, what's in China's arsenal? First, China's massive domestic market gives it an edge. With more than 1 billion people, the country can absorb the shock of tariffs better than smaller economies. But domestic spending has been slow. Beijing is pushing hard with incentives, from subsidies for household appliances to travel perks for retirees, aiming to unlock consumer potential. Still, the leadership faces growing public discontent, with youth unemployment and an ongoing property crisis weighing heavily. However, China's government, with no elections looming, is more insulated from short-term public pressure than Western democracies. China is also doubling down on its tech future. With massive investments in artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, and semiconductors, China is narrowing the tech gap with the United States. In 2024, BYD surpassed Tesla to become the world's largest electric vehicle maker, and China is building homegrown AI systems that rival Western technology such as the chatbot DeepSeek, which competes with ChatGPT. Even Apple is losing ground in China, where local companies like Huawei and Vivo are thriving. China has been preparing for this. With the Belt and Road Initiative, China has expanded its trade network with Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America, reducing dependence on the US. China's trade with the US has dropped, and countries like Brazil are now key suppliers of goods like soybeans. In the past, President Trump paused tariffs after a sharp sell-off in US bonds. Now China knows that the US bond market could be the key to forcing a compromise. With $700 billion in US bonds, China has leverage, but using it could destabilize its own economy, leading to huge losses in the bond market. One of China's most powerful weapons in this trade war is its control over rare earths, essential materials for advanced tech products, from electric vehicles to military weapons. China already restricted exports of rare earths like dysprosium and yttrium, key components in the production of artificial intelligence chips and high-tech machinery. The United States may be struggling to corner China, but Beijing's well-positioned strategies and vast resources make it clear, this trade war is far from over. With both sides digging in, the world watches closely as the United States and China face off in what could be a decisive global showdown. For more updates, subscribe and follow.